Hello everyone, a Mythical Dragon here, and welcome back to the Dragon's Den. We're doing a special January 1st, 2022 video episode basically. And I know I didn't do my year in review, and I'm not going to do that today because 2021 is over officially. We're done with that year. It's gone, it's officially 2022. So I figured I'd do something a little different for this little video here today, and I am going to set my intentions for 2022. Now, it's not resolutions or, setting goals or anything like that. I think intentions is nice because it is starting off the year with this is what I intend to do. It's not telling me that I have to do it. It's more of this is what I hope I can do this year, and I'm going to work very hard at it, and if I do it, great. But if I don't do it, if I break these resolutions or break these intentions, it's not as bad because I intended to do it. I didn't do it. That's okay. So intentions, I like that word a little bit better. So I'm going to share my intentions with all of you today for the channel, for the podcast, for fundraising, for personal stuff, professional stuff, all of those categories, and just be open with it because this year I want it to be a bit of a bigger year if I can. Again, intention there. If I can make it a bigger, better year, I will. Well, let's start with the immediate stuff here with the channel, of course, and content and everything like that. So for this year, last year I was very consistent with videos. I definitely got something out almost every single week except for the last couple months, and I have to apologize for that. Things got a little hairy on my end for things, but I was very, very consistent. But I'm realizing that this year I have to change it up just a little bit. It's not going to be too drastic. It'll just be a way for me to manage it a little bit better with all of my other responsibilities that I will have this year. So what does that mean? Well, podcast episodes, I plan on doing these weekly still. I want to do them every single week this year, hopefully. That's my intention. So at least that will be the one video every single week. I will also still do gaming videos on Mondays for a little while. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. Put a little asterisk above gaming Mondays because that might change. And then when it comes to unique history, this will have to change. I originally set out to do this every single Saturday because I thought that would be a great way to keep content consistently. However, things have changed for where I got my resources from before. A few of the websites that I used to grab some cool articles to share with everyone, some unique stories, a few of those websites have now gone to subscription services, which means I'd have to pay to get the full article or the full content now. And I just can't afford that with the job I currently have. So that means I'm going to need a little more time to look up some unique stories, some unique histories, some pieces of fun things from the past. And so this is what will happen for the rest of the year. Unique history will go down to 2 videos a month. That's right. So every second Saturday, basically, you'll have a unique history. That gives me a little extra time to do some research, find an article, pull something together, or even write a little blurb about something that I've seen online. It'll give you a little more time basically just to do that research and make sure the video is good quality, of course, and send it out to you guys. So YouTube schedule for 2022 will be a video on Mondays, and that will be gaming. For the most part, I'm looking to actually get out of gaming for the channel. I love gaming, it's so much fun, but I have other interests and I want to share these with you and for myself too, to pursue them, because I've left a lot of personal projects way left behind in 2021, and I want to bring them to the forefront so they might become project videos that you guys will be a part of, and then hopefully turn into an actual series like the podcast and unique history. We will see. It will stay with gaming for a while because I've got Imposter Factory still going on every Monday, sorry. I've got Imposter Factory still going on. Definitely want to finish that game. And I have a few other games that I've realized that I've had on my Steam for quite a while that I would like to finally play it out. So we'll stick with gaming for a little bit until I can figure out a cool name or cool series to replace gaming. I love gaming, but I might change how I do it. So, Mondays will be gaming videos until I get a new series started, then that will be replaced. Thursdays will still be podcasts, so Dragyn's Stand, this video like today, except today's Saturday and you get it on a Saturday. You're welcome. And then we'll have Unique History every second Saturday. So that will be the content schedule that I'll do my best to follow throughout the year. Again, setting the intention that this is what I want to do, and I'm hoping, knock on wood, that I'll keep up with that promise to all of you and for myself for some sense of structure and joy, because I love doing these videos. I really do love recording. So that is the intention for the channel. I don't want to set a fixed number on growth. I don't want to set like, I'm going to have 100 subscribers by the end of the year, 50 subscribers. I don't want to do that because that becomes a numbers game and that's not very fun. I would just like to see if we can get more people interested in Dragyn's Den, or more people interested in me as a mythical dragon. So if we can get more people, great. That would be an excellent intention for the year. But otherwise, it's going to be a consistent schedule, consistent content, and hopefully engaging, interesting content for everyone. Because, well, I find it interesting, and hopefully you can hear the passion and the interest come through, and you'll want to hear it. That's why I'm doing YouTube. It's not really for like the views or the audience or the engagement or any of the stats, any of that kind of stuff. This is for me to open up and share who I am so that I can learn who I am. And I really felt that value in 2021 with YouTube. Sharing the things I was interested in, what I loved growing up, the things that have informed me and who I became. And I'm hoping to keep doing that this year with this channel. And if you want to come along for the ride, I am more than happy to welcome you into the community and into the channel, very much so. So that is the YouTube side of things. Now, when gaming gets replaced from another series, I do intend to stream again. The streams though will be probably like longer streams that will happen when I can, like probably once a month and a longer stream. Because then I can do like a longer series on Stardew Valley, for example, or even find a way to record Animal Crossing on my Switch Lite. Who knows? And even other games that would, like technically could do well for longer streams. So Stardew Valley, Minecraft, Terraria. I haven't done that for the stream in a while. Dating sims, who knows? So when the gaming part leaves the YouTube side of things, that's when I intend to stream again. It'll be once a month, longer streams, like I'm talking probably about 4 or 5 hours. And all of what I do for streaming will again be to support Extra Life, because I do plan on supporting Extra Life again for the whole of 2022. I'm waiting for updates on my team because I was a part of a team the last 2 years. And once that's all set up, there will be a link in the description for every video. So if you want to donate and support my local children's hospital here in my city, that's a great way to do it. Check the description, look for those links. They're not there right now, but they will be when we get the team set up for my local city. So streamings will be charity focused, but then they'll also be a great way for me to let go of everything that I'm responsible for and have fun. And when I start it out, I probably won't have chat open too much. I do intend to have it popped up on the side when I can and have it there, but I just want to enjoy the game, and I think that's a great way to do things, is to sometimes close the chat for a little while and just play the game and have fun, and then reopen it periodically throughout the streams. So that's going to be my way to kind of manage my mental health when it comes to streaming and having the zero face me all the time. So I am going to do my best to not let that bother me this year when it gets started up again. So that is YouTube, that is streaming, that is the gaming update for you guys for 2022. Now let's go personal first. Why not? Personal intentions for 2022. I really want to foster and cultivate and nurture, all these big words, friendships this year. I have spent too much time alone in four walls talking to you guys through videos on Discord, on Twitter, Facebook, all these things. I actually want to have friendships that I can hang out with. So that will be whether it's online playing a couple games like Off with Your Friends or Don't Starve Together or Stardew or something like that. I want to actually work on friendships this year in less of a text relationship and more of a let's hang out and do something relationship. I'm hoping I can do that this year. Sure, I have weekly meetings with Toastmasters that can fill that socialization needs quite well. But when I have those meetings, it's like, here's the agenda, here's what we're following. Let's do a quick little like, hello, how's it going? Great, moving on. And that's what we do. There's not really a lot of time to get to know someone or to relax a little bit, blow off some steam. And I really felt that I didn't have that this year. Don't get me wrong. Spam, if you're listening, you were great at that because he and I had like weekly calls where we could just let it all out and then chill and watch anime. Super good. But I want more of that this year. I don't want to be a hermit anymore, so I want to be more engaging online. I want to have more like tweets and more conversations with people, but I also want to do hanging out, whether that's in person with some Toastmasters friends or online playing games or whatever capacity that is. I actually want to fill my schedule with a little more socialization outside of Toastmasters. I am very tired of being alone. I'm very tired of just sticking to schedules and programs and agendas and all of that kind of stuff. I deserve to have a little more fun, and I deserve to let some of the stress go through gaming with friends or going for a coffee or going to a movie, something like that. So personally, I really want friendships to get better. I want to hang out with more people, and I want to get to know more people. That is something I want to do. How am I going to do that? I don't know yet. It's January 1st, guys. I will figure it out throughout the next 12 months, but that's the intention I want to set for myself so I can spread my wings, so to speak, and not feel so trapped in a room by myself. Yeah. Personally, that's one thing that I want to work on is friendships. Another intention for me this year is actually to focus more on my mental health. I did really well in the end of 2020, going to therapy quite regularly and taking care of myself that way. Then 2021, like finances were all over the goddamn place. And I just started it and stopped and then started and stopped. I'm hoping to not do that again. So I'm hoping that I can get more in contact again with my therapist from last year and set up a schedule that works well for my pay schedule and really take care of myself mentally, because despite having a pretty good year in terms of professional growth and confidence and all these things that I was able to do, my mental health sucked. I was faced with a lot of imposter syndrome through Toastmasters. I felt very alone. I felt like there's just a lot of things happening mentally that I really want to get sorted out, especially in regards to my family and relationships, because that's a thing I struggle with quite a bit. So I want to take care of my mental health this year and my emotional health by getting back into therapy and hopefully finding a way to make it work when it comes to my finances, because that's one reason why I stopped, was because I could not afford the therapy regularly. So I'm hoping that we can get a better schedule sorted for this year. So taking care of my mental health, figuring out who I am, and figuring out relationships and how I can be a better friend and what kind of friendships I want, and sort all that out for me and make me feel a little bit better, or find ways to cope better when things are not going well. That would be a nice kind of thing to learn in 2022. And then kind of the last part for personal things is physically. 2020, I was doing so well. I was working out daily. I was taking care of my food and cooking more. And I lost a lot of weight, and I was surprised. I was like, oh my gosh, I can do this despite having polycystic ovarian syndrome, which, if you don't know what that is, it means my body sucks, hormones are all over the place, and there's a lot of complications when it comes to like weight loss and fertility and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to go into the details because it can be gross, but typically when you have PCOS, it can be really, really hard to lose weight or hard to gain weight depending on where you are with that syndrome. And so for me, it's very hard to lose weight because of the hormones and all that kind of stuff. But I was still losing weight, and I was still doing quite well, and it was surprising to me. 2021 hit, and I moved twice, and I just got completely out of touch with all those routines from a lot of changes, getting busier Toastmasters, and it felt like I would go to work, come home, sleep, do something Toastmasters related, go to work, come home, sleep, Toastmasters. I really didn't give myself the space or time to focus on my mental health or my physical health. So that's something I want to get back into a rhythm, hopefully for 2021. Not really to focus on the weight loss part of it, but just to feel better. My body has been so achy, and I feel so kind of meh quite often from this past year and past few months really. So in 2022, I'm hoping that moving around a bit more and getting a little more stronger, lift those weights again, and kind of see if that can help me feel better too. Because you can take care of your mental health, but you should also take care of your physical health and vice versa. So those are the personal intentions for my year, is to cultivate and nurture friendships in a healthy way, to actually hang out with people and have more socialization outside of formal meetings. I want to also take care of my mental health by going back to therapy again and finding a way to make that system work financially for me. And then take care of myself physically. And I'm probably going to start off with little monthly challenges. So a wall sit challenge or squat challenge. I do like squats. Maybe I'll start off with squats to get into it again, and just kind of build up a routine over the next few months and just see how that feels for me and how I manage. So those are the personal intentions. Now, other stuff. I'm not going to say professional intentions because that sounds kind of weird, because it is Toastmasters related, but also job related and career related. So I guess professional is a good umbrella term for these next intentions I want to share with you all. Let's start with Toastmasters. I'm very close to finishing both of my pathways, my main pathways. So again, quick little review. Toastmasters is a program where you find a club in your local area or online, because virtual clubs now exist, and you enroll into a pathways program. And this will help you with your whatever goals you have, whether it's to boost your confidence, become a better public speaker, work on your communication skills, presentation skills too, really with something along those lines, or even leadership skills too. It is with something that you can do in this organization. Depending on what your goals are, there are 11 pathways to choose from, and each pathway will work on those goals in different ways. And so you enroll into one or two or however many you like, and you work the pathway. And so there's 5 levels in every pathway, and there's a certain number of projects in each level, and then you kind of work through it basically. I've got 2 pathways. I'm under motivational strategies because that one seemed interesting to understand how to communicate better and how you can relate to people better and work on interpersonal relationships as well as communication skills. So it's kind of a perfect pathway for me when I first started Toastmasters to build those skills. I am completed 4 levels of that pathway now, and I've got just 1 level left, so that's very exciting. I'm also in the pathway called Strategic Relationships, which is for me helping me develop my leadership style, looking for more opportunities to become a leader and to develop those skills by actually being a leader, and working on relationships and nurturing like motivation and team building, all these kinds of things. And I've actually finished 4 levels of that pathway now. So literally both pathways, I'm so close to being done. I'm 1 level away, which means that's about 3 speeches for each. So I got 6 speeches left. Might be 7, but some of the projects you have to do 2 speeches for, so I think about 7 speeches left for me to be done both pathways, and I want those done hopefully within the first half of the year. I'm not gonna say like by June 30th because that's way too specific for an intention, but by the end of the Toastmasters year, that would be great. So then I can knock those 2 pathways out, reflect on them, really figure out how much I have grown through Toastmasters. And then I'm also looking to mentor and complete a 3rd pathway because they have a mentorship program. It's a lot smaller than the regular pathways, and I literally only have 1 project left. I just have had the unfortunate run where I got a protege back last year. When was that? I don't remember. I think May or June of last year. And then she had her baby. And then she went back to school. And now she's graduating. And then got a new house. So then I lost her. She helped me complete for the first 2 projects in this pathway. And it was amazing to work with her. But of course, she's now a new mama and a university student. And so much going on for her. I'm very proud of her. So that unfortunately stopped me from continuing on with the 3rd project, which is to mentor someone for 6 whole months. So that one is a little more of a specific goal, for sure. But then I got a 2nd protege. I took her under my wing to help her with writing an article for the newsletter for our club. I helped her with a couple of her speeches, refining her skills in a few of the roles that we have in our meetings. And then then she got an amazing job opportunity to go be, oh my gosh, I'm not going to know the proper title of this, but basically it sounds like a financial manager for a school district or for a school board in British Columbia. Very cool. So then that was resume building, mock interview prep, supporting her throughout the interview, and then she got the job. So she moved to BC in November. Again, not enough content or support to fill the 6 months, basically. So I lost my other protege. 2021 was great. I felt like I really helped a lot of people, but to complete my projects and to work on that specific mentorship skill, not quite. So I'm hoping that I found someone I think I really want to work with, and hopefully she'll agree with me and we can kind of go from there and see if we can get 6 months of mentoring done, because I think that would be a wonderful way to ease her into a leadership role, because I think she's looking for one in the new Toastmaster year that starts in July. So that's Toastmasters. Complete 3 pathways basically, but 2 of them are for personal growth reasons and leadership and connections and relationships. The 3rd one is to be a mentor and really understand what that is. And then once I have that designation, I can be a mentor to Toastmasters. Very, very cool. Those are the Toastmasters goals. I mean, I have other stuff that I want to work on in Toastmasters, but that's That's for executive people. That's for like the behind the scenes kind of stuff, not for you guys, so don't worry about it. Like, I'm a club coach for core development, my third club, and so I want to see that club grow in membership. But that's an executive conversation, not a personal hello, welcome to the Dragyn's Den conversation. So don't worry about those things. But that's the main thing. We get those 3 pathways done. And fun fact, if I do get those 2 levels done, level 5 for both of my pathways, so level 5, and the Pathways Mentorship Program, I would, if I get that all done in the next 6 months-ish, roughly, I will get my 3rd Triple Crown Toastmasters trophy, which is wild to me. A 3rd trophy from Toastmasters, because I've already got 2 Triple Crowns this year. Wild. I'm really involved in Toastmasters, as you guys can tell. So it's really exciting. That's just where that's all that means, is that it's very exciting to be recognized for how hard I'm working. Yay. I am very much an incentive kind of person, so give me incentives and I'm gonna do it. Now, career job wise, last year I was dead set this time of year, like last year, January. Then I would get back in the classroom, I'm teaching full time. Heck yes, we're gonna do it. That didn't happen in 2021. Not at all, actually. So instead of setting that as a goal for myself is to become a full-time teacher, I'm gonna set the intention that I keep up with my online teaching and really develop the skills to manage a virtual classroom, as well as attend professional development sessions in my school board. Because even if I don't get hired from the school board, if I don't get an opportunity again, I can still show that I'm involved and that I'm working on myself and that I can develop the skills needed to be a great teacher. So my intention for this year is not to be like, you get that full-time teaching job. It's more of keep working on finding out who I am as a teacher throughout school, teaching online, and by attending the professional development sessions whenever I can, through our teachers union and on the school board. Look for those opportunities to attend the sessions on classroom management, behavior management, a bunch of stuff, and really develop the skills to be a good teacher, so when that opportunity comes again, I will feel ready to be back in the classroom. So that's that big professional intention is set for this year, is to become, I guess not to become a teacher, but to, I'm trying to find the words, I guess to work on the skills required to be a great teacher, so that when I do get back in the classroom, I will be ready to showcase my passion and to reignite why I love teaching and why I want to be a teacher. That's what I plan to do. Other than that, I think those are some pretty big intentions for the year, but I think they're all important in their own way. So if we go back to the personal intentions there, so friendships, like finding a way to like get out and about and hang out with people, super healthy, super good. Maybe even try dating, who knows? You never know what you're gonna do or who you're gonna find or who you're gonna meet, so get a little more socialization in me. I think that's very important because it's surprising how quickly you lose people skills when you don't have a lot of people to talk to. And I really want to work on that. I want to be able to be like, wow, like find everything and anything interesting about a person and hope they find me interesting in some regard, and like carry a good conversation and have a good time. And yeah, just get out of the apartment every once in a while would be good too. And look really healthy, because don't get me wrong, I love my cozy little apartment, but it's I miss going out a lot. And I know we're in a pandemic and going out, you have to be safe, but, you know, when things are going to get better again, they have to. I have to believe in that right now, personally, because if I don't believe in that, then this video goes out the drain, because then I have no intentions for the year. So things will get better eventually, and when they do, it'll be a great time to take advantage of going out and exploring my city again with people. Or building better relationships online, where we can be like, hey, I'm feeling a little weird right now. Anyone want to pop on and play a little Stardew? And have like friendships like that. Just to, again, help with mental health and socialization, people skills, communication skills, all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, mentally, like a therapist would be super helpful. I'm finally in an environment where I can feel like I can talk openly about my childhood, my family life, past friendships I've had, and really break all that down and figure out what's stuff I've personally held on to that I should not hold on to anymore, and find some coping skills to live my life a little better. And that's really important, because last year my mental health was so crap, and I think it's because I was not meeting with people regularly. I was focusing on all the responsibilities more than myself, and this year I'm not gonna let that happen. So getting back into therapy is super important for that. And then physically again, get my body moving and stretching, and it also gets me off the computer and away from the screen for a while finally, because oh my god, so much screen time last year, guys. Way too much screen time. That's all I'll say. So get off the computer, move around a bit more, stretch my body, get a little stronger, and see if that also helps with my overall mood and well-being and confidence and all that kind of stuff. And Toastmasters is important with all the leadership stuff I'm taking on this year, the planning I'm doing, and a lot of developments I'm taking on for myself with really stretching myself with communicating, team building, leading a team now, and all these kinds of things, and banging out these projects, and really starting to shine and feel like a normal human or like a better communicator, a better leader, all these things that I have not felt in ever in my life. So that would be really good. And then career-wise, working on my teaching skills, my philosophy of education, classroom management, virtually and in person, and again, working on all these things. Really, all of these intentions come down to me being consistent, showing up for people, having people show up for me, and becoming a better me. That's what it all comes down to. Consistency comes with like the regular physical movements, the YouTube content, meeting with friends. That's consistency for me. I need that this year. Communication I need, socialization I need, and professional development, like really learning more about myself, obtaining the skills and attributes I need to become the person I really want to become. I may not become that person this year. As I said, these are all intentions, and if I get them all done, woohoo, great. But if I don't, it's at least getting me on that track to become who I want to be. Maybe not this year, but maybe next year or in 2024. Somewhere down the line, I will become the person I can see myself becoming. And I think it's super important. So that is what my 2022 will hopefully shape up to be. And if none of these things happen, I tried. I think you've got to give yourself a pat on the back for whatever you managed to do during this crazy time of our lives. if you can get one thing or one intention complete, or if you feel that intention is done, great. If you get none of it done, who cares? You gotta live your life at your own pace, and I think that's what I'm trying to frame in my head by making sure that I set this out as intentions this year and not resolutions or goals, because those are fixed, they're scary, and you often feel like a failure when you don't reach them. This time around, set them as an intention, like great, I'll start working on some of this right away, and if I keep up with it and I make it a habit, awesome, I am on my way to being who I want to be. If I don't do any of it, or if I lose track, or if I stay inconsistent, or if I'm not working on it this year, then I just gotta be patient with myself and be like, you know what? It was a good intention. You were very positive and hopeful about it. You tried your best, but hey, there's always next year, or next month, or next week, or tomorrow. And I think that's the great thing about using the word intention instead of resolution. I will now hop off my soapbox about intentions and end the video here. Happy New Year, everyone. Let me know what your intentions are for the year, what you're hoping to do or even achieve potentially this year. And if you have nothing set, I'm proud of you. You're going to live your life day to day, and that's super important. Well done. But Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to 2022, and I look forward to growing with all of you. See you later in the next Dragons Den. Bye-bye.